Hello my Aquarian brothers and sisters, I'm Raphael Ray from Reydiant.reality. Thank you so much for being here, thank you so much for joining me. So, lunar eclipse in Leo special, it's the last one finally. Trust me, I am feeling this with all of you, and don't even say it, because I told you it was going to be intense. I told you that there was going to be a lot that came up, but I also told you it would be ultimately worth it. I would like to bless these notes and the cards that I'm about to use and any messages that come through with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that do come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, the sun is in Leo. Amazing. He's home. He's in our relationship sector, making things, bringing light to that sector and helping us understand things there. Now, a solar eclipse, I believe all of the eclipses, they're like gifts or toolboxes that the universe gives you, and they unpack themselves over the course of like 3 to 6 months. Now, the solar eclipse accompanied by the new moon. New moon is about beginnings. It's about planting seeds of things that you want to come into fruition, about things that you want to happen in your life or to create or to build. So this is welcoming in some kind of energy, because the solar eclipse as well, it's an initiatory energy. It begins something, it starts something, excuse me. So Leo itself is about the heart. Interesting for us because it is our 7th house, you know, especially if you're an ascendant Leo. Especially if you're an ascendant Aquarius. I'm an ascendant Leo, as many of you know by now, but yeah, and add to that taboo, you want to talk about intense? I'm also a moon sign Cancer, so these 3 eclipses have, it's like pew, 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 and I'm like, wow, okay. You know, I've really felt it in many ways, and this one's just going to take it, you know, to the edge. But so what? If you haven't already, don't forget to check out your Retrogradia, a mini series. I believe you'll find a lot of really important information in there, because between the 7th and the 19th of August, there'll be 6 planets in retrograde. That's massive. So check it out. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and if you haven't already, or if you would like to rather, you can book a personal reading with me on the email address below. Sales pitch over. Sorry, just going to chuck all of that in there. So the solar eclipse is happening in Leo. Leo's all about the heart. It's all about your joy, your creativity. It's about children. It's a vibrant, youthful energy. It's arts, it's drama. It's all of the things inside us that are creative. All of the things in the world that get us fired up or emotive about something. And this for me is talking directly to your heart. You know, this is happening in your relationship sector, which is where your heart is. It's about your boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, husband, wife, open enemies, competitors, all of that sort of stuff is found in the 7th house. Now, it's also worth mentioning that yeah, you know, I was talking about Leo ruling the heart and the spine, but it's also about your courage and your bravery, what you put your heart and soul into, what are you prepared to put your heart and soul into. So the solar eclipse is bringing Mercury retrograde in full force there. The solar eclipse is bringing you that, you know, initiatory energy, the chance to bring some more of what you love, what gets you fired up, what's creative, what your heart's desires are, and it's enabling you to bring that into your personal relationships, into your one-on-one relationships, into the relationships that you have with the people that are closest to you or the people that you work with, or, you know, all of that stuff is going to be highlighted. Mercury going retrograde wreaks havoc with communications. Everybody knows that by now. But for me, when Mercury goes retrograde in Leo, it's your thought process and your communications and your commerce as well. But when Mercury goes retrograde in the sign of Leo, that to me the image that it gives me is it's bringing your focus and your mind into your heart space, so that you can ask, what is my heart's desire? What am I prepared to put my heart and soul into? What do I take pride in, you know, in terms of my relationships with other people, in terms of my personal relationship, my working relationship, and all of that stuff. Now, with all of that said, you've got also a square to Jupiter that's happening in Scorpio. So Jupiter's in Scorpio at the moment, and you've got a square going on there. So this is happening in your 10th house. So this is your career matters, your public persona, your public image, squaring off with your 7th house, which is your personal relationships. Now, a square is a difficult, it's a challenging energy. It's an energy that makes you uncomfortable enough to create a change in your life for the better. Now, Jupiter amplifies things, and being in Scorpio, it's amplifying what your true deepest desires are. You know, the things that you're really intimately connected with, the things that you want to get into bed with. Let's face it. This is your career sector, squaring off with your personal relationships. So that could be your work starts to take on a whole new era. Your work starts to take on a brand new understanding, you know, because it's squaring off, but it might require more of your attention, and it might take you, you know, you can see you just pouring energy into there, focusing on it. And because of that, some of your personal relationships could suffer for it. You need to find some way of trying to balance out what you want and the image that you've got for yourself in mind in your career, and the vision that you have for it, whilst remembering that you have, you know, if you've got a partner and all of those things. If you don't have a partner, this could see somebody really, who really gets your you know, this could see somebody really get your goat in a good way. This could see you know, you meeting somebody that really becomes something special to you in your life. What it also means, because you've got Mercury retrograde there, especially with all the retrograde planets that are about to happen, really get a good sense of who this person is before you decide that they are the one. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're not, because obviously it's a solar eclipse and it's happening in your 7th house. It's an initiatory energy. It's bringing you something in. So this could really be somebody, but you could find out that they have, you know, all kinds of issues or baggage. We all do in some way, shape or form. Everybody knows that. So I guess it's just, you know, being aware of what it is that you're willing to deal with and put up with, and what you're not. On another front as well, because this is it's about your competitors and stuff, and I had an experience recently where I posted something in a local group in the area that I live, and somebody that I had, you know, I had a disagreement with their son like nearly 20 years ago. I'm 33 now. And it was just this whole thing. And do you know what? Before I even got into it, I thought to myself, I know what the planets are doing. I know what the energy is. So I'm not getting into that. I'm not going to buy into it. So I literally blocked and deleted. And then I saw this post, and I'm going to paraphrase it because I can't remember what the exact words were. But what I've put here is, I didn't block or remove you to be petty or because I wanted to win or to be childish. I've reached a point in my life where I want to evolve beyond that shit. And so I'm so into my self-care and self-evolution that anything that takes me out of the alignment with my best self is not going to get my attention. I'm not going to feed into it. I'm not going to buy into it. I'm just going to stamp it out and leave it at that. If you are still in that place, and this is where, you know, this is your 7th house. If you open enemies and you know, competitors and all of that, if you're in that space, that's fine. You can be in that space. I won't deny you your feelings or whatever it is that you're experiencing, but I myself am not going to step into that arena. It doesn't serve me, and I've moved beyond it. I'm 33 now. I'm past all of that. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you guys hear me by now. Anyway, in another way, it can see you doing that. You know, it can see you welcoming in a new era of relationships. It can see you really stepping up your game in your relationships and being a different and more evolved and more rounded person, paying more attention to it. Yeah, in order to be in a partnership as well, going back to the partnership side of it, in order to be in a partnership, we have to have someone that is someone that's similar to us to a degree, absolutely, because you need similarities in relationships, otherwise they don't work. But you don't want a copy. You're not looking to date yourself. Maybe you are, who knows? What you need is somebody that mirrors you in the world, and that's why your 7th house, the direct opposite, is the partner. you know, because it's somebody that mirrors you in your life, and that's what you need, because you both bring different things to the table, and in doing so you can have a truly prosperous relationship, one that's built on mutuality, but also the understanding that you're not each other and that you do approach things from very different points of view. Yeah, see you gaining a deep understanding of your style of relationships and how that works out, or what it equates to for you. Also to mention as well, because it's happening in your first house, the Mars-Uranus square is bringing things in your home to an intense culmination. Be open to hearing things from people that you live with, or you know, your family, because it might be that somebody, you know, challenges you in some way, shape or form, and you just absolutely let rip because you can't contain that Martian energy any longer. Be mindful of that, because it could see you really explode. You know, think of some better, higher, more positive way to channel that energy. The Venus-Chiron opposition as well that's taking place, worth mentioning that. Allows you to heal something connected to and see you musing on your belief structure, religions, relationships with the heavens. It really is deep stuff, but can see you uncovering some really profound insights and putting them into what it is that you do in the world. I love that. I really love that, because, you know, if you can delve into what your belief structures are and you know, and all of that stuff, it can see you really, you know, really finding some pretty amazing stuff there. You know, and really asking yourself to delve deep into what your belief structures are and why you ascribe certain meanings to certain things, and in doing so it can give you some really profound insights. And then last but not least, finally, the Venus trine Mars is offering you a chance to decide what you truly have to offer the world, what you have to teach the world by your example. And it can also see a surprise gift or opportunity coming from overseas, or from someone or something that works outside, you know, that the great outdoors. Aquarius, get out there, be out there, do things out there, be out in the world. You know, I've been working like a mofo on the channel and all the rest of it, as I'm sure all of you have seen. So, you know, I will be following that as well. It's just time to get out there and be part of the world instead of hiding behind you know, technology and work on stuff. You know, so it's time to get out there and do something different. The tarot message for this eclipse for you is the Chariot. Stunning. This is success. It's really interesting because for pretty much all of the signs, the Justice card has come up. The Justice card and the Chariot, both of these have been really active. This is going to be a great eclipse. I'm not going to lie to you and say it's not going to be intense, because it will be. But the Chariot card talks about success. It talks about really quick developments. Off the back of the lunar eclipse, whatever's leaving, let it go. This is going to be a really fast ride. The next 3 to 6 months, especially once all of the planets start to move direct and come out of that period of retrogradia, you know, certainly from September onwards, things are really going to move for you. But this says winning. It says success, it says victory, it says, you know, because it's ruled by Cancer, but it represents a charioteer. And this is somebody that knows how to steer the challenges of life and to navigate things to all together, just like this, you know, this card's ruled by Cancer. If you need to, just sidestep something. You know, you see those viral videos where, you know, something comes hurtling towards something and they just kind of step out of the way and you're like, whoa, you know. This is what that's about. It's about navigating your life, but doing it by the sheer force of your will. Victory and success are on the other side of all that waits you. Aquarius, I love you. You know I do, my brothers and sisters. Take care. I wish you an abundance of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance itself. Have an amazing eclipse season. Check out the retrogradia stuff, and I will see you very soon for more videos. Take care.